Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Metal Gear Solid.
Another new situation here.
Yeah. So,
We recorded the end of this game. Like, we beat it, and we had episodes.
correct.
And in the process of editing, our files got messed up. So we are replaying the end and
Yes.
re-recording.
Yeah. So we're actually playing, like, the ending of
Yes.
this game. But, this is gonna be the finale. There's a little stuff, more like a lot of stuff that you guys miss. To sum it up, pretty much, this is disc 2. Pretty much what happens on disc 2 is not much, actually. There's
Much shorter than the first one.
there's like one boss battle, which is Vulcan Raven, and like a couple of like sneaking portions, and then aside from that, you end up at Metal Gear Rex, and then you get the PAL key, or you have the PAL key, and then you have to go backtrack, and like put it to different temperatures, which is what we are currently doing at this point in time. We
Yes.
have the final stage of the PAL key, which is like the hot boy PAL key. It's where like a bunch of lava is. If you've played the game, you probably know what we're talking about. If not, I'm incredibly sorry. I hope that this description is good enough. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get started.
I can explain a little more while you get back to it.
Yeah.
So what the deal is with this PAL key is like it has this special material that like changes shape depending on the temperature it's exposed to.
Yes.
So the computers up in that control room next to Metal Gear, like they all need a different stage
Nick,
of
can you hear me?
that
It's Naomi.
passkey or whatever.
Naomi?
Yes.
What the
So
hell?
like the first one you
Cameron
put
and
in
the
is
others are
just
busy
like
right now.
the normal
I'm on a
room
different
temperature.
codec.
The second one you
Naomi,
go back to where
what
the
the Colonel
Vulcan
says
Raven
true?
fight was,
Yes.
and it's cold in there, so
But not
it
everything I said
becomes
was a
the
lie.
cold boy.
Who are you?
And
I don't know
then
myself.
after you put that one in, you go back
I don't
to
know my
the
real name or even what my
warm,
parents looked
hot
like.
boy
I
room
bought all my
and change it
identification.
there. I don't know how to speak
But my
English.
reason for
Yeah.
getting
I'm
into
very
genetics
sorry.
was
It's
true.
fine.
'Cause you wanna know
She summed it up
yourself,
pretty
right?
much perfectly.
That's right. I want
Thanks,
to know
I
where I,
try.
came
Yeah, no
from.
problem.
my age, my race, anything.
Naomi,
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia,
Poor Naomi.
what's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia
Again,
was
I'm
owned
very
by
sorry
England
that,
until
like,
1965, and there were lots
some
of Indian
game footage is
laborers
missing.
around. That's probably where I got my
I
skin
feel
color
really
from,
bad
and
about
I'm not
that.
even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother.
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi
What a
River.
thunk.
I was half dead
Oh
from
my
starvation, and he
gosh.
shared his rations with me. Yes, Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox?
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He's my one connection.
You're gonna have to wrap
The
this
only
up.
connection
My
I have
PAL
to my
key's like
past.
cooling
Come on,
off
Naomi.
and everything,
You
dude.
back to America.
No. I was in
I
Mozambique
think
when he
we were
came.
actually like
Who was
slightly
he?
concerned for real
You
the
mean
first
Big
time
Boss?
we
The
played
first
through.
time we went
'Cause
through.
we were like,
Yes.
is this gonna
Well,
like
you
change
were
the
Brought
definitely.
us
key?
to this
Yeah.
land of freedom. This America.
But no, dude,
Yeah, no.
And then he and my brother went
That would
back
be
to Africa
stupid.
to
Yeah.
continue the war.
Kojima knows better than that.
And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
No.
Yes. I waited too long.
No.
To kill
Yes.
me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes. That's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Oh.
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me?
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A
He just
final
wanted to
battle
throw
with
hands.
It's
you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure
Not
of
a
it.
battle of death.
Fox.
Nah.
No. Naomi, tell me something.
About Fox Die? Fox Die is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Fox Die contains
Oh my gosh,
smart
if you guys could see my
enzymes
face right
created
now,
through
I am-
protein engineering.
The
programmed to
gears,
respond to specific
they're trying to
genetic
turn,
patterns
but
in the
they're
cells.
not. Cause
Those
like the
enzymes
word
recognize the target's
retrovirus
DNA?
like triggered
Right.
something inside
They
me
respond
from my
by becoming
biology
active
classes,
using
and
the
I
macrophages they
don't
begin
remember what it
creating
is.
TNF
gosh.
epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type
I
of cytokine,
I
a
remember
peptide which
nothing
causes
from
cells
biology.
to die. The TNF epsilon
See,
is
I always
carried
feel
along
like
the
I
bloodstream
don't
to the
remember
heart,
stuff,
where they
and then
attach to the
randomly
TNF
things will
receptor.
pop up, and
Then
I'm like,
shit
oh yeah,
hits
this
you
is
and
this.
then you're like,
Then-
oh.
Yeah.
They cause a
Wow.
heart attack?
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then
She say
the victim dies.
She said it
Apoptosis?
weird.
You mean the heart cells commit suicide?
There's another
Naomi.
P.
Apoptoses?
You must have programmed that
Yes.
thing to kill me too.
We
Right?
would always just say apoptosis.
Do I still have time?
Pop-Tarts?
Pop Tarts.
I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I
Are
can't
the
go yet.
cells
I still have a job
eating
to
Pop
do.
Tarts?
Yes.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision
What-
to use Fox
Here's a
Die.
question. What's your favorite kind of Pop
weren't.
Tart?
No.
Ooh. Oh,
Like,
You were
there's-
injected with
shit.
Fox
Like
Die as
generally
part
there's
of
like
this
fruit ones,
operation.
and then there's just like straight
I
up
just wanted to let
sugary
you know
ones.
that.
S'mores.
S'mores?
No,
That one's
that's
a good
not the
one.
whole truth.
It's chocolate and marshmallow fluff
Yeah.
inside.
The
It's-
real
it's
thing I
s'mores.
wanted to tell
Yeah.
you was... Snake,
Hey, what are you doing?
Geek.
Snake!
My brother-in-law.
Naomi.
I mean, Gunnar, you know who it is, but
I can't allow Naomi
just for our
to make
viewers,
any
it's
more
my brother-in-law.
unauthorized
He
transmissions.
like
What?
almost
Naomi's
exclusively
been removed
eats
from this operation.
the strawberry ones.
What happened to Naomi?
Like, I
What did
think,
she mean
if
when
I'm
she said
remembering
Fox
correctly,
Die was
he'll
part of
sometimes
this
have the
operation?
blueberry ones, but
Colonel,
like,
let me
other than
talk
that,
to her.
only
I
the
won't.
strawberry ones.
She's under
The
arrest.
strawberry ones are
Colonel,
okay. I like brown
you
sugar cinnamon.
double-crossed me.
That was good
Snake,
too.
Those are good.
There's no
Yeah.
time for that.
So
Right
you're
now,
more of
your
the
job
like
is to
Just straight up
stop
sugary,
Metal Gear.
yeah.
If
Me
they
too.
made a
Snake.
raspberry one,
Ooh.
boy, you know I'd be going
Ooh.
for some raspberry. Blue raspberry pop-tart.
Oh my god, I know. What would that be like? Would that be good?
It'd be
at all?
delicious. What are you fucking talking about? It's blue raspberry. It's the greatest artificial flavor ever. Fight me. I will throw hands onto that. Okay. Chap,
Chef?
right?
Maybe. So, Chef, can you just for me, can you check the PAL key real fast? Just for me.
Are you that worried about it?
Yes.
It's still hot.
Okay, cool.
It's still a hot boy.
I get very paranoid about things.
I've noticed.
Oh, you don't even know the half of it.
Chafes.
Ooh. Got him. That's like... do they just cluster those like that for the guns? Because having the cameras like that doesn't really make sense.
Right. Yeah, they do it for the
Okay. So calm.
So calm.
This is really riveting commentary, right, guys?
Better than most of our videos.
True.
Come on.
There you go.
There we go.
I wonder how much, like, actual time the game gives you to, like move the PAL key before it changes shape again. You know what I mean?
Not sure. Oh, we're good.
No dudes.
No dudes.
No dudes.
Alright,
Hey, chef.
puppy still hot.
Chef. Go.
Well, I gotta wait for the chef to
Go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this is it, right? This is where the final sequence starts? Yes?
Code entry complete. Detonation code activated.
No, why?
What? Yeah, Snake,
Ready for launch.
turns out, they
I
told you wrong.
deactivated it.
Intentionally.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's
Metal
going
Gear?
on?
You found the
Master.
key, and even activated the warhead for us, too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
That's the
What are
material.
you talking about?
Shape
We
memory
weren't able to
alloy.
learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation.
Accident.
In other words, we
No
weren't
big
able
deal.
to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike,
Oh,
our
so,
demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without
on
the
Reddit,
detonation codes, we had
Yes.
to
on one
find
of
some
our
other
posts,
way. That's when we decided
someone commented
you
and was like,
might
"Oh, I
prove
love your guys'
useful,
chemistry and
Snake.
everything." I was like,
Aww.
whoever
First,
said that,
I thought we
or
might get the
whoever
information
commented
from
that
you,
on
Snake, so
one
I
of our
had
posts, I don't
decoy
know which
Octopus
subreddit it was.
disguise himself
Thank you.
as the DARPA chief.
I love you.
Unfortunately,
We love you.
Octopus didn't survive the
As a
encounter,
unit.
thanks to Fox Die.
We are one and the same
You
now.
mean you had this plan
We
from
told
the
'em we
beginning?
share the same
Just to
brain
get me
cell.
to input
We
the
do.
detonation code?
Yes.
Just one.
You didn't
Only
think
one.
you made it
Split
this
between
far
us.
by
Yes.
yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
Especially when we
In any case, the launch preparations
Oh, yeah.
are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox Die vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole.
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Ah, poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by. Snake, that's not Master Miller. Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
Oh no!
So
It took you guys
who-
that
Whoa.
long to
Snake,
figure that out?
You've been talking
Yes.
to...
How?
Me?
You guys are the
Because
U.S. military.
it's a video game.
Look at that man.
Liquid.
Whoa!
your
liquid.
purpose.
That was a
You
huge
may
twist when this
die
came
now.
out.
Oh yeah. It's like the whole Sheik Zelda thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to say anything when he was first talking, but like I did actually recognize, like in retrospect, listening to Master's voice, I was like, oh yeah, that's Liquid. It's the same guy.
You did realize that?
No, like this time I did. The first time I didn't.
You first time you had no idea?
Yeah.
Good.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break
no
it with an
kidding,
ordinary
thanks.
weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
Okay.
Thank you. Alert. Uh-huh.
I hacked into security.
Cool.
Snake, I'm opening the door.
Thanks. Do
Thank
it.
you.
There it is. Go, 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 go.
Oh, wow. Who was that?
Gee.
G. Willikers.
Gee Willikers.
Yeah.
Liquid! Snake! Did you like my sunglasses? You'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. And you performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed for you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and
Moral of
decoy
the story,
Octopus.
always question the higher-ups.
That's right. You were sent here to kill us so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged, along with the bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox dye.
Fox dye?
What?
It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He
Snake is
reported
saying
that
a lot
Dr.
of
Hunter
whats.
altered Fox Dye's program
That's us
just
to
before
this
the
entire
operation,
playthrough.
but
What?
no one
What?
knows how.
What?
Why.
I wonder. Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt.
No
But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Dye's program. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Dye vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy Octopus were killed by Fox Dye, but Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes.
Cursed
Les
G.
enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all the old man's dominant genes. I got the flawed recessive genes. Everything was done
this is
so that
where
you would be
I
the
remember
greatest of his children.
The first time we
The
played
only
this, I went
reason
on a whole
I
rant about,
exist
like,
is so they
you know,
could
just because it's a
Technically
dominant
recessive
gene
are
doesn't
not-
mean it's
I was
the
the
best
baby.
gene.
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what
I mean,
they
look at
used to
Liquid.
make
He
you.
did just fine on his
Can
own.
you understand
He's
what
still
it's like
ripped.
to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Love? It's hate! He always told me I was inferior, and now I'll have my revenge! You should understand me, brother. You killed our father with your own hands! You stole my chance for revenge!
Oh no!
Now I'll finish the work that father began. I will surpass him! I will destroy him!
You're just
I am the weapon to surpass
Well, I'm
Metal
not like
Gear.
you! Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes! Yeah!
Oh no!
Snake, your blood will be the first to be spilled by this glorious new weapon. Consider it an honor, a gift from your brother. Now I'll show you the power of the weapon that will lead us in the 21st century.
It's moving. How do I stop it?
How do you stop it? You fuck it up with
Yeah,
a
it's
gun.
like you shoot it a bunch. Like
You
too
do,
many times.
You do blam 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 with the
With big boom boys.
with boom big boom stingy boys. Not gonna lie, that would be terrifying to fight,
Oh yeah.
especially with its screech. The
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot how many cutscenes there were.
You're about to get goofed, boy. Oh, okay. Nope.
There he goes.
I remember what to do.
Move.
Yeah, stay close because, oh.
What? I thought you were like under the laser. They're neck and neck, folks.
No, we're not. Oh my gosh. The laser's messing me up, man.
Yeah. I feel like you didn't have that much trouble with the laser last time. Run.
I didn't. I did not.
What?
Ooh. Oh my god, you suck.
Where? Oh, there you are.
I'm ready. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Easy peasy.
Luckily that didn't was that bad as last time. I still have three rations.
Yeah.
Because I need as much health as seemingly.
Yes.
Oh no, it's Raynar's
Hooray!
Done.
A cyborg ninja. It's
Great Fox.
Fox.
It sounds better than Deep Throat.
So it is you.
You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send you back to hell!
Oh no.
Fox, why? What do you want from me?
I am a prisoner of death. Only you can free me.
Fox, stay
I'll
out
That's depressing stuff.
What about Naomi?
Oh yeah.
She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you.
Naomi.
You're the only one who can stop her.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now, she thinks of me as her brother.
Fox.
From the outside, we might have seemed like a happy brother and sister.
Meanwhile, in the
but
background,
every time I looked at her,
Metal Gear Rex
I
is
saw
just-
her parents' eyes.
He's
staring
doing something.
back at me. Tell her for me.
I don't know what.
Tell her
It's
that
doing a
I
big
was the
yikes.
one who did it.
Malfunction.
There you are!
We weren't there.
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving.
Fox!
Yowie. Just by the scratch.
Seriously, that's how he is right now.
Yeah. Like, it's not a problem. I still got my
In the
armor.
Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use royal harriers.
Fox.
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
Cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal.
He destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the code name Fox, but now you're finished!
No! Fire the stinger!
Fox! Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Now, in front of you, I can finally die.
Can't do it.
After Zanzibar,
No, I can't do it.
from the
It's no
battle.
good.
Come on, Ken.
Neither
Yeah, you
truly
can.
alive, nor truly
It's
dead.
no good. I can't do it. No, I can't do it.
In a
It's
world
no
of
good.
light,
I can't do it. No, I can't do it.
soon
It's no good. I can't do it. No, I can't do it.
die! Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
What's that?
Can you imagine just getting crushed by a giant robot?
It wouldn't hurt that bad. It'd just be dead. Brain
He prayed,
smashed.
and
Heart
it found
smashed.
him.
Everything
See,
smashed.
You can't protect anyone,
Face
not
gone.
even yourself.
At that point,
Blood everywhere. God.
time to run again.
Do you know how many gallons of blood are in the human body?
A lot. We're down to one ration. Oh no, oh no. There's a little place for comfort there.
There we go. Come on. Oh, come on. sucks.
It really does. Whoa.
Okay, like one more hit.
One or two.
Oh no. Okay, great.
Well, we'll
What happened? Snake!
cut to when we get back to that point.
Yeah.
Oh. Are you changing the camera or is the game changing?
All right, we're back.
Snake, I'll crush you into dust.
Oh no.
Explodey boy. That's... There's lots of vibrations going on over there.
Yep.
Oof.
Oh no. More cutscenes.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. If you wanted more cutscenes, you're gonna get them.
Here they are. Oh, everything's red and ominous now.
Ugh. You know, I kind of wondered about that last time. Like, why is it red? Is it because like Snake hit his head on the wall and he got blown back, or is it like
Blood in his eyes.
I won't
emergency
die
lighting
as long as
in
you
there,
stay.
Either
or what?
probably
Too bad.
emergency lighting
It
or
looks like your revolution was a failure.
Artistic license?
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't
All of
mean
the
you're
above?
done
yes.
Fighting. What are you really after?
A world where warriors like us are honored as we once were, as we should be.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young, during the Cold War, the world needed men like us.
He sounds like a
we
petulant
were
child.
valued then. We were desired.
What do you mean?
But
He's
things,
very,
oh,
I don't know, at
different
least listening to this the second
With
time.
all the lies and
Liquid is
hypocrites
very
running
like,
the world, war isn't
"Meh,
what it
meh,
used to
meh."
be.
Like,
Losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos
$1 billion.
and honor back to this world gone.
Dr. Evil.
Conflict will
Yes.
breed conflict. New hatreds will arise. Then we'll steadily expand our sphere of influence.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't it reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie. So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing. That's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face when you did it. It was filled with the joy of battle.
You're wrong.
There's a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it.
Oh,
We were
right, you can look
created
around.
to be that way.
who that? Oh. Making me nauseous over here.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Les enfants
Les enfants
terribles.
terribles.
The terrible children. That's what the project was called. It
try
started
hard
in the
French
1970s.
accent.
Yeah, there you go.
Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier
God,
possible.
I still get
The
chills
person
every
that
time I
they
hear this
chose as the
backstory.
model
I love
was
it.
the man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big boss.
But father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby.
Super baby.
They fertilized an egg with one of father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 cloned babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you. I got all of the recessive genes.
Yes.
You took everything from me before I was even born. But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The genome soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But they're different.
Also, I'm noticing he's
With the completion of
like-
the Human Genome Project, the mysteries of
He is.
humanity were laid
sorry, trying to figure out how to say this. He's placing a lot of
Thanks to
blame
father's DNA, they
on-
were able to identify more than
on
60 soldier
Snake
genes
and
responsible
themselves
for everything
when all
from
of these
strategic
decisions were
thinking
made
to the proverbial
before,
killer instinct.
Either
you
of
know,
them were born.
Soldier genes
Yes.
were
Yes.
transplanted into the members of the next generation.
which, like,
special
okay, I can
forces.
understand being
That's how they
envious of your
became
brother, but
the
like,
genome soldiers.
he didn't make that choice.
Right.
That's
Neither
right.
did you.
The genome soldiers that you've been killing are our brothers with the same genes as ours.
No.
The genome soldiers.
That's right. They are our brothers, created artificially through the
How-
alignment
how
of
do you spell
nucleotides
it?
to mimic our
No.
father's genes. They
That
too are the
should be
product
title
of
for this
numerous
episode.
sacrifices.
Oh no!
Human experiments.
How would you spell
I don't know.
1990.
There's some-
The Gulf
The
War.
Gulf War.
There's some
The
U's in there, I
military
guess.
secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes.
OHHH.
The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to depleted uranium used in the anti-tank rounds.
Everyone knows that.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. Oh no. First they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical and biological weapons.
Oh my
The
god.
poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just a cover-up of the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes, they too are our brothers and sisters.
So the genome
hey, guess what?
soldiers mean that the
What?
experiments were a success?
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure.
What if
We are on the verge of extinction.
like obviously
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory?
Question mark?
Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone
What if,
extinct
like-
all show
like
signs
obviously
of
like
symmetry.
the government
The genome soldiers
and world
suffer from
governments,
the
not
same
just the
problem.
American, but the world governments as a
Signs of
whole, like
symmetry.
hide stuff from
So do
civilians.
I.
But like, what if like,
You.
what if like, Metal Gear was a real
right.
thing?
We are all on the verge
I
of death
hope
at
it
the genetic
wasn't.
level.
Or is.
We don't know when or what
not.
type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's
I
genetic
think we also
information.
talked about this the
You
first
want
time.
Big
We were
Yeah,
like,
Boss's
like,
DNA
what if-
so you can save your family? It's
what
very
if-
touching.
In nature, Family members
know,
don't
like,
mate
what
with
if-
each other, and yet they help each other
Like
to survive. Do you
a
know
fan of
why?
Metal Gear Solid
It increases the chance
became
that
like
their genes
an
will be
engineer for
passed
the
on to a
government
new
or the
generation.
military. He was like, hey,
Altruism
let's
among
build
blood
this
relatives is a
bipedal
response to natural
nuclear
selection.
armament
It's
device
called the
with a
selfish
railgun
gene.
on it.
You're telling me that your genes are
Oh,
ordering
boy,
you to
am I.
save the genome soldiers?
Do you realize you just
Can't
described
fight your
Otacon?
genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose
He
of
watched
passing on
anime.
their
Oh my
and was
god.
like, these robots are
Follow
cool.
what my
I'm gonna
genes
go
tell
be
me."
a scientist and make one.
And then I'm going to go beyond
Am I wrong?
in order to break the curse of my heritage.
Don't be an Otacon, guys.
Don't be an Otacon and don't be an
To do
Naomi
that, first, I
from
will kill you.
Neon Genesis.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
I'm a big Neon
behind
Genesis Evangelion fan.
Oh my gosh, don't even get him started.
Meryl! Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a
Shigga-digga-digga-digga.
name.
I have a name.
No!
I'm
we
surprised
have
you
no
didn't sing it.
past, no future.
Usually he'll
and
sing
even
it.
if we did, it wouldn't be truly
Like,
ours.
words and
You
everything.
and I are just copies of our father,
Don't.
Big Boss.
Let Meryl go.
Don't.
As soon as we've finished our business, we're
Don't.
almost out of time.
We're talking
Oh
about
my
Fox
God.
dying.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed. They've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes, I'm listening.
that's all
What
you
is the
get from
Pentagon
me
trying
singing,
to do?
especially in Japanese.
answer me.
That's all I can.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over
really
active
say.
control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS
What for?
to bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed.
Why?
Tell the Secretary of
Here's my
Defense.
The Secretary of
I
Defense
asked this
heard
last
that
time we
Naomi
played this.
double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that
Like
there's
the
no
last
more
time we played
danger of
the
a nuclear
Yeah,
strike
yeah.
from Metal Gear, he's going to
Why?
do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what
Why?
really happened here.
Would
He's going to
you
drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence. along
drop
with
a
anyone
nuke
who knows anything.
on a
Don't worry,
place
Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
filled
How?
with nukes?
I may
What
only
the
be
hell?
a figurehead here, but I'm
Whose
still officially
genius
in command
idea
of
was
this
that?
mission. If I issue an order to delay
Whose
the strike,
big brain
it'll confuse
genius
the chain of
idea was
command
that,
and
huh?
at least buy you some time.
Wasn't
It'll
it
give
the
you a chance to escape.
Secretary
of
of
Defense?
Defense's
If you do
idea?
that,
Well,
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Merrill was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
those bastards.
I'm sorry.
douchebags.
They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her
Those
life.
dicks.
You better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
bad for you.
Yeah, we
Don't
good.
worry. It's the least I can do for you after all the lies.
Colonel,
Thanks,
I'm
bro.
ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. What? What are you doing? What?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it.
What happened?
Snake the Colonel!
What happened?
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary
there
of
you go.
Defense, Jim Houseman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed under arrest for
Why
leaking
does he
top
look
secret
like a-
information and
Like
for
a
the crime of
bootleg
high
Abraham
treason.
Lincoln.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he's a
Yeah.
ridiculous man.
Why?
He truly believed
don't know.
that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of
'Cause he's
evidence left.
Dishonest?
I'm sure the president would want the same thing.
President ordered this?
The president is a busy man.
I just got the
I have
slow
complete
turn and
authority here.
look
How
like.
do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the
Are you
media?
serious right now?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover
No more
story.
jokes for you.
We'll
Okay.
simply say that the
on, I'm
terrorists
just trying to-
exploded a nuclear device.
Content.
Smart.
You know?
You'll be
Comment.
murdering everyone here.
Content.
The scientists, the genome army,
Comment.
everyone.
Donald,
Content.
the DARPA chief is already dead.
So you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's
Oh
okay.
well.
You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s.
you're mean.
Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. Well, the bombs will be dropping soon, and you two have a lot of catching up to do. Farewell.
Bye.
Bye.
There's no way out for us. Let's finish this
Slow walk.
before the airstrike. You stole everything from
Yeah,
me.
I did.
Only your death can satisfy
Oh,
me.
that's neat.
Only your death can return to me what is rightly mine. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? It will be the time limit for our final battle. This nuclear
Are you
module
gonna
is set to detonate at the
Skip
precise
his
moment
monologue
of
so you
her
get the whole
death.
like 3 minutes or whatever, or
Yes,
all right,
I think. Maybe?
maybe.
Hmm?
Can you?
No, you
No,
can't.
You
the first
win.
time you. Oh,
You
that
might
The first
still
time you have to deal
sucks.
with it.
save her.
We discovered
You
last time
Dick!
Could
because
enjoy
we had to
one
do this a
brief
couple times.
moment of love before the end.
You know, he wastes a whole like
If
30
you cross
seconds
this
here,
line,
but
you'll
like
fall.
after you die,
At this height,
you can skip it.
It will kill even
So you get those 30 seconds back,
Yeah,
which is kind of dumb.
this is kind of stupid.
Have at you, Snake.
You'll have to see what happens next time.
Yes, this is a two-parter. Thanks everyone for watching. Again, really, really sorry that it kind of just skipped from, hey, disc 1 to, hey, it's the finale.
The end.
We're really sorry about that. But
You didn't really miss too much. with
not
the
too
Vulcan
much.
Raven.
Maybe like an hour or two max.
It was a lot of running around and
Yes.
peeking around corners and shooting things.
Yeah.
As always.
If you haven't seen the Vulcan Raven fight, what's wrong with you? Go watch it on some other person's YouTube channel. But yeah, thanks everyone so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you maybe subscribe. Maybe like the video.
Stick around for the end.
Yeah.
and-
Maybe leave us a comment if you enjoyed us. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye-bye.